What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. What up, Fight World? I'm back. Can we talk about some things? Huh? Can we? Can we talk? Shout out to all the fine female boxing fans that follow me on the gram. I don't know who this is, but shout out to her, man. We working, people. Oh yes, we working. It's terrible. We're gonna talk about Golovkin's comments. We're gonna talk about everything on this side, the real side. What up, everybody? What is good with everybody? I'm just getting queued up. What the fuck? Hold on. Yeah, I just did a turnaround trip. How to get this money. You know what I mean? We just go to the spot, whores, pick up, do a little work, and then pick up that bag. So I'm already back. I love LA, man. I got some good food. Hey, I ate I ate the meat. Pause. I ate the meat. I had clenbuterol today because I was in LA and I went to this Mexican restaurant and oh my god, oh my. Look, do y'all see that clenbuterol that I was eating? I had to take a video. Nephew. Look.
Yo, real talk. I do not give a fuck if this has clenbuterol in it.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
I ate the meat.
Buddy. I'm about to go in.
Oh, that salsa was so good.
Yo, real talk. I do not give a fuck if this has clenbuterol in it.
Man, I ate that clen. Like I said, call me Young Clen. I don't give a fuck. I'm off that buterol too. And I'm back for the stream. Hey, that Mexican food was so fucking good though. Like, it was the steak picado. I had to tip them. That's how good the shit was, man. I mean, not that I don't tip people. That made me sound like I'm stingy. I gave him a good tip. Like, tip he didn't even, like, the food was good. His service was good. He was hella nice, but he didn't deserve that tip. We'll just leave it at that. But I gave him. Is it laggy for anybody else? We working. I got my Jamba Juice, speaking of juice. Once again, somebody has to turn into some homosexual fantasy that they are having. You gave him the tip. Ha. So clever. Y'all are, something's wrong with y'all. I'm certain of that. Boxing fans, someone needs to go undercover or something. But I'm back at home now. I'm not out and about still. Like I said, I just had to go work a little bit, pick up that bag, and we back. Just like that. Some of y'all be talking about like men on men a little bit too much. Some of y'all might be on some download shit, if you know what I mean. You heard me. Anyway, back to the show. Let's do a roll call. And hit the like button, people. 200 people in here. We don't have 200 likes. We don't even have anything close to 200 likes. Which means, I know we can't have that many haters. Somebody do the math. 198 viewers, 72 likes. We got that many haters that won't put the like? I don't think so. So, well, shit, never know. I might have that many haters. Because ain't nobody doing it like us. This is Ego Army, baby. That looks bomb. Ego, Mexican food, always fire. Hell yeah, especially in like Los Angeles. Canelo's gonna get knocked out for being a cheater. All right, hold on. Let's do a roll call. I see Michigan in the building, Detroit in the building, North Hollywood. Rep where you from, city, state, zip, all of that. Let me know. Shout out to Jamaica. I need to go there sometime. Scottsdale, Arizona, Chicago, Garfield Park, Boxing, Omaha, 402. Naptown, Miami, Inglewood. I was just over there. Vermont, Houston, Philly, Granada Hills, Honolulu, Dallas, Brownwood, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Cincinnati, Ohio. Ah, man, you know. Panorama City, Michigan, San Diego, Inglewood, Chicago, West Palm Beach, Fayetteville, North Carolina, 210, San Antonio, baby, Tampa, NYC, 402, from the 402, Lincoln, Nebraska, Granada Hills, San Diego. Y'all reppin'. We don't got none of my overseas, Chirac, Mississippi, 39209, San Diego, Highland Park, California. We lit. Real Richmond. Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. Africa. Kumbaleja. Uwalaleja. Kumba. And that was just at the airport. Phoenix. Ego always lying. But you're always on Ego's stream. We listen. Let me do a couple more roll calls. Mission Viejo, Brooklyn, Jordan, Baltimore, Palestine. Listen, why do these dudes always come out? Listen, I'm Eminem. I am whatever you say I am. So if I'm a known liar, according to you, you said I'm always lying, then why are you here? Like, the stream literally has not even been on for 7 minutes. Guys, I got a timer, and we've been on for 6 minutes and 35 seconds. And he, one of the first people in here, talking about Ego, a liar. That's funny how the haters show up quick. The haters, they damn near RSVP. Let's get into some boxing talk, people. Let the haters do what they do best, and that's hate. Speaking of hate, let's talk about this Deontay Wilder shit. My voice still hurts, but I had a good night's sleep. Ronald Finkley kicked off the super chat. $2 super chat. Shmoney gang. I got good sleep last night. My voice feels a little bit more rested, so which is good because my shit was like it was like it's hoarse from doing all these live streams, yelling at the Wilder Ortiz fight. It's just been lit lately. So let's get into this Wilder hate, people. If y'all want to hear this Wilder hate and you want me to silence the haters yet again, Boxing Ego style, new media style, we could maybe do a hot seat real quick and then put this Luis Ortiz Wilder shit to bed. Can I get a hell yeah? If that's what you want, if you want me to silence the haters with this Luis Ortiz Wilder fight, once and for good, can I get a hell yeah? And let's get the likes up. 200 plus people watching, but we don't got 200 likes. Let's see if we can fix that. Ego Army homie down. Let's get it. The fans want to know, man. Richmond Brown said, you inspire me to start making videos too, man. This is the only thing I watch now is YouTube. It's addictive, man. Just be passionate. Good luck. And I'm glad I can help in some way to inspire others, no matter what you're covering. I don't know if you're covering boxing or whatever, soccer, whatever you're covering, a cooking channel. Just do your best, man, and good luck with everything. Let's get into this Wilder hate, people. I'm about to lay it to rest. We about to put it to bed. Betty bye, night night. Listen, I don't care. Like, this is how I feel. Like, me saying this, all of this stuff, you're gonna have a small fraction of people, aka the haters, casuals, people like that, and they're gonna be like, oh, are you in love with Wilder? You're defending him. And listen, all I ask for you guys, people like that, tell them to explain, preferably in the hot seat, what I am saying that is inaccurate, that is false, that is completely drawn up, made up, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not saying anything that's a lie, then you don't really, what are you really disagreeing with? Everybody want to disagree until they get up in that hot seat, you know what I mean? So I prepare for it. Ego's Army, you see me. I'm camoed out. I'm camoed out, man. I'm camoed out. I'm red. Look. You see that California Republic? West Side. They told me don't start a war unless I got my money right. Well, I got my money right, and I won't war. Let's get into it. I'm going to talk about this Deontay Wilder thing. Another super chat. Act right, $2 super chat. Money gang, act right. Salute to you, big bro. Much respect to you and the real boxing fans, right? I'm not putting anyone in the hot seat until after I get my point across, because there's too many people watching for me to focus on a hater. If a hater has the balls or the gall to step up after I make my point, then maybe we could talk, but I'm not going to do it right now. Anyway, my thing is this. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, you only like black fighters," or you're sucking Wilder's dick and all this extra shit. All that shit, like Pac said, they're like the Judas was to Jesus. They are only here to cause distractions. All that, oh, you like him and you're in love with all that, has no bearing on reality. That's just all stuff to distract you from what's being said, the actual argument. So just hear me out. I don't care if you like Wilder. It doesn't hurt me, doesn't stop me from making videos about Wilder or AJ, or stop me from getting money or anything I'm doing, my brand and growing. I don't care if you like him or not, or any fighter. But in boxing, what I do like and dislike is when fighters, fans, and their fans, they start lying. And like, you really have to lie to make a point? Ego of the Don, man. Y'all know what it is. But that's the thing I detest in boxing. It's like people are so chick as shit, and people are so much of poor sports that they'll start lying. They'll start lying to try to make some point, right? And I don't like that. King Kong Ortiz's team has addressed and expressed their discontent or whatever with the way the fight was handled, right? That's their own. That's, I mean, they're in the fight, so to a degree, even if I don't agree, which I don't agree, to a degree I can understand that. That's the people involved with Luis Ortiz's career, and he just had a setback, first ever loss. But fans, you start having these fans when you start saying this stuff. You have fans start claiming the same shit, and it gets annoying. So one more time, man, y'all gotta hype me up. If y'all want me to put this Wilder situation to bed and respond to this claim that Wilder was given so much time to react and so much time to recover, come on, can I get a hell yeah? And I'm gonna body it. I promise you he's 16, like Jay-Z said. I promise you, I'm gonna body this. And then we'll see, after I present my argument, we'll see who has a more compelling argument in the hot seat. Period. All right, y'all ready? I'm ready. Without further ado. So let me give people the backstory. King Kong Ortiz's people, they said basically Wilder, before the start of the 8th round, was given all this time when he had to go see the doctor, and they're flashing the flashlight in his eye, and that was giving him time to recover. And through that recovery process, after being badly hurt, nearly stopped in a lot of people's eyes in round 7, that 15 to 30 seconds gave him enough time to recover, and that's why they fought, or that's why they lost the fight, right? They've even said stuff like, oh, he was rabbit punching, there was some fouling, and just different things like that. I'm just saying, like, man, do we always have to go through this every single time? The worst part about it, for me is this. I like Luis Ortiz. I like a lot of Cuban fighters. I'm one of the people that don't hate on Cuban fighters, since they don't have a country that can necessarily readily, because of the way their economy and government is set up and stuff, readily support them. They have to come over to become professional. They have to come over to America or wherever and defect. I'm one of the people that ride with the Cubans, or in terms of like not hating their style. You know what I mean? When people were ducking Rigondeaux, I told you they were ducking Rigondeaux. That type of shit. I have no problem with the Cuban style. I have no problem with any style, to be honest. But the problem is, like, with this is the saddest part. Luis Ortiz, you don't have to explain anything. Your team, y'all don't have to explain anything. You did it. You look sharp. You damn sure pushed Wilder and made him bite down and prove he was a champion, which people had doubts on. It was a good fight. It did good ratings. Your career, as long as you're not mentally broken from this, right? Your career's not over. I mean, you still got skills. I mean, what Wilder did, that don't mean anybody in the division is going to do that to you. So, to me, none of this stuff is necessary. But to allude that, oh, you lost the fight because some rabbit punches, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you lost the fight because he got called to the doctor's corner for 15, 30 seconds. You lost the fight because the ref should have stopped it in the 7th. Like, this is what, between King Kong's team and fans, this is what they're saying. Like, just give the man his props. Move on. You know what I mean? And they're also saying it was a robbery. It was we demand a rematch. Like, really? And then fans are running with this. Can just let the man have his moment. You did good. He did great. You know what I'm saying? And I say great because he won, and he won by knockout after bouncing back. But y'all both did good. Like, really? Robbery? Like, it's just crazy. Let me explain this whole sending someone to the doctor thing. And listen, I can show y'all right now. Hold on, people. It is. I don't agree with all the claims that Deontay Wilder was given so much time to recover before the 8th round started. He received a thrashing, so they're seeing if he was good to go. New York Athletic Commission is strict. They did the same thing with Jose Pedraza when he fought Tank Davis, right? 7 hours ago, 507 likes, right? I was on a plane, so I don't know. I can't read all the comments, but I read through some of the comments. Out of all the comments on here, look, dude, we do numbers. Out of all the comments, we do numbers. Look, out of all the comments, right, we do numbers. Look, I can keep going. You ain't even trying to compare body counts. We do numbers. But anyway, out of all the comments I did see, again, I can't read all them comments, especially when y'all writing paragraphs. Out of all them comments, right, I didn't see one comment in there addressing some of the points I made in the caption. Not one. Like the people who are disagreeing, I should say. The people who have disagreement, oh, you're full of shit. Oh, da da da. They did not attack any of my arguments. So now that I'm on here live, maybe I can elaborate. Maybe someone will not be chicken shit and intelligently argue the points I made. Now, back to it. I used a recent example. January of last year, Jose Pedraza was the IBF champion. Fact. He fought a guy who was showing a lot of promise and a big step up. That was Gervonta Tank Davis, right? They fought at the Barclays Center in New York. Ortiz and Wilder fought at the Barclays Center in New York, right? So that's a similarity. In that fight, Tank Davis started getting off on Pedraza, hitting him with a succession of shots. To my knowledge, I don't remember him being cut and leaking profusely. I don't remember his eye looking like Chris Algieri versus Ruslan Provodnikov, which is another great fight or another great example. People are talking about, oh, the ref should have stopped it. Why the fuck didn't the ref stop it when Ruslan hurt Chris Algieri and had his eye looking like a fortune cookie? That happened in the first or second round. You know what I'm saying? What about when Eric Morales went the distance with Maidana? He didn't win the fight, but his eye looked like shit. So why didn't that fight get stopped? You know what I mean? And now people, oh, this should have got stopped. And if you think about this logic, as fans, aren't we glad it didn't get stopped? Because we had a roller coaster type of fight since it didn't get stopped. If they would have just stopped it, okay, Luis Ortiz is the man, he wins. But since they didn't, you see shooters on deck, pay attention to the comment section and let me know, or just get the people out there, because I don't have time with it. But anyway, we seen a epic Joshua Klitschko, you know what I mean, modern day heavyweight instant classic. You get what I'm saying? A modern day instant classic we seen since they didn't stop it. So what are you complaining about? Again, you're just salty and you're angry because you didn't want that person to win. It's very apparent. Who's mad that we had a good fight that did good numbers, that was good for the heavyweight division? Both fighters were tested. There was drama and high stakes and a lot riding on it. Both guys fought like they promised they would fight, right? You know, and the funny thing is, I'm being 100% sincere. But if you really want to be truthful, I had no problem with Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin. I went to the fight, I covered as media, went to the press conference, all that, right? Was in the T-Mobile Arena the night of the fight. But guess what? They were saying that was Hagler Hearns. It was the next, you know what I mean, modern day instant classic, and it was going to be nonstop action. And guess what? It was a technical fight where, in my opinion, neither guy really fought as good as we've seen them at their best. Canelo gave Golovkin too much respect and didn't sit down on his punches and fought a little bit too much on his bicycle, in my opinion, in spots. And then Golovkin didn't. He looked a lot more timid on the, like, when he had a guy on the rope. I mean, when you see him get a guy on the ropes, when he had Willie Monroe on the ropes, he knocked him down and he was like landing stuff. So truth be told, there's a pay-per-view fight like Canelo and Triple G and many other fights that don't give us exactly what they're promised. Wilder Ortiz pretty much gave us what they said they were gonna do in the fight. You know what I mean? Canelo and Triple G, oh, I'm gonna knock him out. Oh, I'm gonna knock him out. Hey, no, God, right? We didn't really get that in that fight. Nobody got knocked out. Nobody got knocked down. You know what I mean? And nobody looked as good as they normally do. They kind of respected each other too much, right? Wilder, he said, oh, I'm so flustered. I blessed you. I'm the champion of the world. You can't take this belt from me. He proved that. You know what I mean? Now, Luis Ortiz was saying he was going to knock him out, but he didn't achieve that. But the other shit he was doing, he lived up to that, at least. You know what I mean? Because he didn't come and just get Bermain Stavern and knocked out hella quick. Shout out to Shade Smith, $5 super chat. Shmoney Gang, he's an Olympian, Golden Gloves champion, national champ. It's bogus for casuals to say he has a right hand and no skill. Screw the haters, hashtag we working. Oh, we're going to get to all of it. I told you, I'm going to put this to rest, and hopefully I don't have to talk about this too much more. Again, speak now or forever hold your peace. Back to Wilder versus Luis Ortiz. Shout out to you for the super chat and the dope comment. But just give the man his props. You know what I mean? This is what I hate about boxing. This is the ugly side of boxing. Aside from like when judges get it wrong and have some bullshit or premature stop it, ref is acting like an idiot. But this is, as far as like the fans and the other side of boxing, this is the part that I don't respect. Like when you have a fight or a fighter that you don't believe in and they prove you wrong, then your opinion of them should change. But some guys are so hated that no matter what, their opinions of the fans who didn't give him credit before, even if they go through a fight like Wilder did with Ortiz, they're still like, oh, I'm still not impressed. Oh, he should have been stopped. And they start coming up with a million excuses. Like Danny Garcia versus Lucas Matisse. Before the fight, oh, Danny's getting his head knocked off. I promise you, Matisse's gonna knock his head into a trash can, motherfuckers. Right? It's all this extra shit. It doesn't happen. And then you say, oh, if it weren't for Lucas's eye, his eye swole up. And if his eye wasn't so swollen, he would be able to fuck Danny up. Well, guess what? His eye was swollen through Danny Garcia's punching power. And that's something you have to deal with as a professional prize fighter. And guess what? He lost. Just like they did with Wilder. Oh, Wilder and his fucking angel hair pasta legs. I mean, Luis is gonna knock him out. Ortiz gotta knock him out. Blah, 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 right? When I was doing them Ego Weight Watchers video and I was showing you that Luis Ortiz wasn't playing, he was looking in shape. Everybody in the comments said, go look at those videos again. Where are those people? Oh, that's it. It's over for Wilder getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was hyped then, and then the fight comes and it's, oh, this is bullshit. He should have been stopped in the 7th round. Ref should have stopped it. Why didn't ref stop Chris Algieri when he looked horrible? And see, this is the thing. Chris Algieri's in there with a Ruslan Provodnikov, a Russian I don't give a fuck and I can take a punch style fighter who eats raw moose liver. And Chris Algieri definitely doesn't have Wilder power in his division. So that's more of an uphill battle because after being hurt badly in the first 2 rounds and getting knocked down, I think twice, you got to box his ass off to keep him off you, and you don't really have the power. Wilder has game-changing power. I told you, he got that vibranium. If you look at it, Johann Duhaupas, his eye looked like shit. Someone said, bro, talk to me. I'm talking to everyone. I'm not talking to specific people necessarily. His eye looked horrible versus Johann Duhaupas, and he got a late stoppage, right? He went 12 rounds with Bermain Stavern. So clearly he has late power and good enough conditioning to go 12 rounds because he did it at least with Stavern, and he stopped Johann Duhaupas late. So Chris Algieri didn't have that. That fight didn't get stopped. You know what I mean? And it's crazy that people are this insistent on not giving someone props to the point where they got to say all this other stuff. Now, I'm gonna give you guys another example, and then I'm gonna break this down some more. I told you I'm gonna put this to bed, people. Read, this is what someone put on that video. El Luchador de Negro says Mark Breland, Wilder's cornerman, applied extra Vaseline over Wilder's eyes, which is what caused the ref to pause the contest. It's an old move used by clever trainers. Whoa, bro, this is what it's come to. So Luis Ortiz lost his fight because of extra Vaseline. Not like Ice Cube, no Vaseline. God damn, I'm glad y'all said it all. Used to be hard, now you just heard you was down with the AK. Then I seen you on the video with Michelet. Like, he didn't say like no Vaseline, like some real hard shit. He said, see how much they reach. You know what I'm saying? You can see, how desperate they look. He had too much Vaseline. So I put him in the hot seat in a comment. I said, so they sent Wilder to the ringside doctor over too much Vaseline, not to his own corner, telling him to wipe off the excess Vaseline like they have when they have tape sticking out of the glove that needs to be cut off. All right, LeBron James, he clearly wants my attention, very bad. I see new media doesn't cover Dimitri Bivol wins. First of all, you like in the midst of Wilder Ortiz, you the only one who can't keep up. Everyone else is on chapter 7, you on chapter 1. You still reading the table of contents, or the table of contents, right? You talking about Dimitri Bivol? The motherfucker got like 12 fights. Oh, I see. Ego doesn't cover Dimitri Bivol. How many fucking fights does he even have? Second of all, I recorded that HBO telecast that got slaughtered in ratings by Showtime, the fight I am talking about, Wilder Ortiz, right? Got slaughtered, and HBO has more subscriptions, more subscribers to their network. I still haven't watched it. I've seen highlights, but I haven't watched each fight independently. So, unlike some of you dumbasses, I'm not gonna get on here and make videos and break down and analyze fights that I only seen highlights to. Boop, the more you know. Shout out to Black Tank Bailey with the $10 super chat donation. I see you. I appreciate you. Look, someone said HBO card was pretty bad. Yeah. You guys are cornball. I see Ego doesn't cover Igor McKelkin fight. Who the fuck is that? Anyway, I already handled you. Now back to this comment. Dude said Deontay Wilder, his corner used an old corner trick of putting too much Vaseline. Like, don't get it twisted. That makes sense. I can understand they want to slow the action. Just like when someone like Anthony Peterson low blows in a fight he's losing. I get it, little veteran tricks and shit like that. But why, listen, if that was the case for this, to stop it, why, if the guy came out and you just put a whole jar of Vaseline on his face, right? Why would they send him to the ringside physician? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, doc, check him out. The motherfucker, he got globs of some shit. I don't know if it's flubber. I don't know what the fuck that is. Can you check it out, doc? Like, really? I mean, it's an oily substance. I don't know what it is. It's like covering his whole face. Can you check it out, doc? Like, really? You're gonna send him to a ringside physician because he has Vaseline on his face. Too much of it. Like, god damn it. I don't know if this fight can continue. He just, someone smear, I don't know if it's KY jelly. I'm not sure what this is. Doc, check it out. Like, you guys are real life idiots. And I'm talking about the casuals. If that's what you think is goes, why would they send him to a ring? If anything, they would probably send you back to your corner where they have actual cornering tools like inswell, towels, an extra mouthpiece, and then be like, yo, that's way too much Vaseline. Wipe that shit off. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it's come to. You don't want to give Wilder props so bad that you're saying he had too much Vaseline. They want that Ice Cube no Vaseline, I guess. Like, oh, he would have won, but he had that fucking KY jelly on his face. Really? That's why fighters are losing? Now, let me let me keep tackling this extra 15. He had Vicks Vapor Rub. That's good. That Vapor Rub. Let's tackle this 15 to 30 seconds excuse that I'm hearing. Listen. Okay, they bought him so much time. Listen, I use this analogy on Instagram. If you get badly hurt, that would be equivalent to being drunk or inebriated, right? You can't just go get drunk, you're smashed, the room is spinning, and put your head down on the bar, and then chill out for 15 to 30 seconds, get up, and that room is not spinning anymore. You are perfectly sober. Oh, I'm great to drive. Won't get a DUI tonight. That's not fucking going to happen. That's not how this shit works. You know how people say punch drunk or he gets smashed and he's like spilling over? Oh, he's drunk. He's drunk in there. That's because it's actually kind of similar to that, where you lose certain skills, you're not at your sharp. That's why they say don't drink and drive, because your vision, your judgment, all these things can be impaired while you're inebriated. That's the equivalent of being badly hurt in boxing. Some of your basic skills, like the ability to walk, your legs might shut down and they feel like noodles, they're tingling, right? You could have a crazy headache. You could see like doubles, like Nonito Donaire when he got hurt in the 12th round versus Guillermo Rigondeaux, right? Once again, you don't get smashed and you're wasted and you're at a bar and then you really rest for 15, 30 seconds and power up. Yep. Guess what? I'm back. I'm back in the game. You're still going to be fucked up. So stop it with he gave him an extra 15, 30 seconds to recover. And then what happened? Luis Ortiz probably punched himself out in the 7th round, because I don't recall, I got to watch it again, but I do not recall Luis Ortiz in that 8th round when the doctor did his shit, right? When the doctor did his shit, I do not recall Luis Ortiz just like, you know what I mean? Like throwing mad punches and crazy accuracy, because maybe he would have got Wilder out if he did do that. You know what I mean? So stop it. 15, 30 seconds is what made the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, the best example I could think of, being drunk. You can't just power up for 15 to 20 seconds or whatever and rest and then jump up and you're all of a sudden sober now. Right? Hey, whoever this is, shooters, he keeps saying, ego, stop lying. That's the comment. And that's what he keeps putting. If you see that comment, it is the same person. I don't know how many accounts they have, but just do what shooters do best. Shoot. Okay, I'm lying. But you're not. Listen, new media shit versus old media shit. Ego, you're lying. But you just keep, that's like your 4th time saying, ego, you're lying. And the shooters keep blasting you. And you keep coming back, ego, you're lying. But again, new media versus old media. You're lying, ego, but they're not telling me why. They're not saying what I said that was a lie. It's just the same, you're lying. Anyway, shout out to my shooters. Shout out to Guerrero. He just got him out of there. Yeah, that 15, 30 second shit is a waste. Because, okay, put it this way. If Luis Ortiz got dropped 2 times and he was hurt, again, in the 10th round when it got stopped, let's say this happened in the first 30 seconds or so. Do you think he would have got up and been cool if they gave him an extra 15, 30 seconds? Right? Do you think he would have been cool after 2 knockdown, 3 in the total fight, but 2 in 1 round? He looked tired. He was literally spitting, like dribbling almost on the canvas, on all 4s, not looking at the referee. Okay, see, y'all want to play these games. D-Sua said, you never know. What are the odds? Like Floyd be saying when he jump in that MMA cage, what are the odds, Patty? What are the odds? You tell me how likely that was. Oh, hey, you never know. Can't be so sure. What are the odds, Patty? Man, it was, okay. Anything can happen. A fucking guy can come into the heavyweight ring on a parachute like they did with that, I think it was Holyfield. I don't know. Was it Holyfield Tyson? Whatever. Yeah, that could happen too. But what's the likelihood? Likelihood is motherfuckers ain't doing that because the guy who came down with the parachute got his ass beat up in the ring. So parachute man probably ain't gonna happen. Hey, you never know. Someone could, they might be ready for it. Like Holyfield Bo, thank you. And he got his ass beat for doing that. So yeah, that could happen again. But you probably don't want to parachute in a Deontay Wilder's fight. You know what I mean? Like wee, and then Wilder's like Sweet Home Alabama, and just hit you with that right and take you up out of there. So that's just stupid. But hey, you never know. That's the type of logic y'all have, which is again, yes, technically you never know, but it's not likely. You know what I'm saying? She Smith, $5 super chat. Let's be real. The decafs love AJ because he acts like the black athlete they're comfortable with. Shout out to Abel. Wow. Deontay Wilder is unapologetically black and they hate it. That's a very strong point. You know what I mean? Basically, AJ's a bit more proper. He's not going out of his way. Trash talking Wilder don't give a fuck. He's from the South, and like Eddie Hearn, just another white man milking a brother. Like he's gonna say what he wants. He's gonna talk about I'm the best and I beat Mike Tyson ass in his prime. And no middleweight or heavyweight can beat me. Come shut me up. Yeah, so just like Muhammad Ali, that's more feared for sure. Nas, you have repeatedly change your name. Nas is one of my favorite rappers, and you ain't doing him no justice. Nas is illmatic, and you're ill whack. You suck. You're talking about Wilder has coon behavior. You don't even know what a coon is. How does he have coon behavior? He said, "How, man? Listen, this stream is not about you. No. Yeah, see y'all. See, listen, the haters and the detractors and the trolls, they never know. They get chosen. I'm the pimp, they're the prostitute. They get chose on. You know what I'm saying? That's how this works. I don't, because then before you know it, motherfuckers will think they run the stream and try to say whatever to get a reaction. So you don't react to everything. That's that. Julio Riviera, get the fuck out of the stream. Straight up. If there's a problem, get out. He said, man, where's the box talk? Like, you're the only one complaining. We have almost 300 people in here, almost 200 likes, and you talking about where's the boxing talk? Like, as if we're not, like, I'm talking about stem cell research and Scooby-Doo mysteries. Get out of here. If you don't like it, leave. Listen, there's the door. This is for anybody. Like, it's not coming from a place of cockiness. It's just, if you don't like something, why would you be here? Someone explain that to me. Like, I fucking hate One Direction. Like, why'd you buy concert to their ticket? Or tickets to their concert? I don't know. And just being in the front row, this fucking sucks. Like, who does that? Don't be on my stream. This is a live stream. This is Boxing Ego. Don't have nobody else's name. If you don't rock with Ego or the Boxing Ego movement, then why are you even here? Back to Wilder, Luis Ortiz, man. People, let's get back to the boxing, goddammit. You always get sidetracked. Like, damn, I can't talk about shit unless it's boxing. Fucking Burt Sugar and Ray Robinson. Oh, remember hands and stuff. Like, I can't talk about nothing. I can't. Oh, hey, it was a nice day. Fuck the weather. That's what the meteorologists are for. Let's get back to the box. Like, damn, I can't talk. I can't say shit. Like, I don't know, but this Jamba Juice. Fuck Jamba Juice. Let's get back to the boxing talk. Like, damn, can I drink? Can I live? Anyway. It's not looking good for the haters, man. Not at all. And you know what the funny thing is? If y'all want to know the funny thing, we need to try to get to 250 likes. Smash the like button if you're new to the stream. We promote engagement, positivity, boxing talk, just conversational stuff. You know what I mean? If you want to hear this is a great point that I know people might not have put in perspective. Smash the like button if you want to hear it. Can I get a hell yeah? If you want to hear this next point in regards to Wilder and what's funny about Wilder's style and all that, can I get a hell yeah? I told you today I'm in my zone. I'm on my Jay-Z shit lately and my Floyd shit. All right, this is the funny thing. This is how I know some of you guys are straight up haters and a portion of those straight up haters are actually racist. I don't know which ones are which necessarily, but I know it exists. Now, the funny thing is, if you look at a hated guy, by and large, Deontay Wilder, and you look at Floyd Mayweather, what Floyd is, what Floyd supposedly represents, and I say supposedly because I'm going off of what the haters say, hater talk. But even if I go off the hater talk, Deontay Wilder is the antithesis of Floyd Mayweather's style in almost all regards, right? Floyd Mayweather's kind of short, Deontay Wilder's tall, right? Floyd Mayweather's known for having all these fundamentals and technical abilities and it look pull counters and you know what I mean? All around the world, all around the right? Looks great and doing everything that he does, picture perfect boxing. Wilder, oh, he's windmill, he slaps with his punches, uncoordinated, whatever they say, right? So you got two guys whose style, and I guess the similarity would maybe be they have kind of a villainous personality, if that's what we're gonna call it, where they talk shit, like come back it up, and they're undefeated. So those are two similarities, right? And the funny thing is, although their styles differ, right, and what people think about their style, like let's say Floyd Mayweather, oh, he's just a cherry picker. He just cherry picked his whole career. Well, guess what? If that's how you feel about Floyd, currently Wilder is pursuing the best, and it's you motherfuckers making excuses for why Gerald Miller would get the fight over Wilder and Dillian White needs to be Wilder's next fight and all this shit. So which one is it? Which one is it, Patty? What are the odds, Patty? Which one is it? You like technical guys like Floyd Mayweather with all around the world, all around the world? This easy. Floyd be like, he be doing his speed bag and then drinking with his other free hand, drinking RC Cola and shit, right? So that's the stuff you like? You like the finesse and boxing ability and shoulder roll and checking and slipping punches? Or you like Wilder, who's aggressive but athletic, and I guess his style is clumsier or not as fluid, and it's windmill Wilder, unlike Floyd, right? And see, they hate on both. You know, that's why I know. That's why I know what it is. That's why I know what it is. How do you hate Floyd for being a cherry picker, not going for the knockout? This is the bullshit they say. This is the bullshit they say. I hate Floyd. He cherry picked his career. He's not after legacy. He's just after money. He doesn't want to fight the best. He won't go for the knockout even if he's dominating a fight. He's too technical. It's boring, and he's a runner. Okay, so Wilder is not cherry picking. Wilder isn't too technical. Wilder goes for the knockout, even if he's behind. So what's the deal? I thought everything that Floyd presents you hated. Okay, Wilder's giving you a different package, and you still hate him. People still make an excuse. But Wilder had way too much Vaseline. That's the oldest trick in the book, I tell you. So Luis Ortiz lost over some goddamn Johnson & Johnson. That's what you telling me, huh? Yeah, okay. Luis Ortiz, he's a Cuban heavyweight. He did good. But you telling me Luis Ortiz, he lost the fight because he had too much Vaseline, huh? Okay. Yeah. Shit sound crazy. Like, I wish I would be at a press conference or some shit and then ask the casual bullshit and talk like y'all talk in the fuck. I would be embarrassed because when you're in a press conference, they hand you a mic and you got to ask your question in front of everyone. Now, I know Wilder is the WBC champ. I know this, right? Yeah, okay. I know this. But did anybody notice Wilder, he had baby oil and too much Vaseline, huh? I'm the only one who's seen that, Jake. Like, you would look like a shithead in the press conference. Like, why? I know there's some casuals that cover boxing, but why don't they be on the mic and ask this dumb shit? Yeah, y'all really think Wilder won, huh? You really think he beat Luis Ortiz? The doctor didn't give him too much time, huh? I wish you had more time, huh? Jake, like Why don't y'all ask this dumbass shit? Like I said, I know there's dumbass reporters like that go to the fights and casuals and casual writers. Why aren't y'all asking this shit? Yeah, okay, nobody seen Wilder. He had all the Vaseline. He looked like a goddamn porn star, huh? Nobody seen. I'm the only one that seen that. Cause you guys know you look like a, especially in New York, cause New Yorkers be like cussing you out at anything, like traffic. You can walk across the crosswalk. It's showing up green for you. Get out of the way, you fucking asshole. Like New York don't play, so definitely don't do it to Barclay. Them New Yorkers would chew your ass. You know what I mean? I'm the only one that seen Wilder. He had 30 seconds to recover. Yeah, he had Vaseline all over his goddamn face. Huh? Now, I'm not a casual talking. This this is my channel. It's a product. I guarantee it. Like, y'all look stupid as fuck. That's why the real is winning. Name a hater that's doing better than me. Right? Name someone who does what I do, that says the identical, the exact polar opposite of everything I'm saying, that's doing better than my channel. Name them. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about views. They make more money. They get more respect. They get more super chats. But this is what y'all want to say, and we see it, man. Fucking new media is a bunch of lies. But okay, what's your argument? Now I'm trying to tell you that Luis Ortiz was robbed of an opportunity. He really won that fight with Wilder, huh? Huh? All right. I look in my comment section, not your comment. I look in my comment section. It's 95% bullshit, but it's entertaining. But you won't let me read my comments, so you entertain me with your bullshit. Jay, y'all sound you know how Ellie be like, hey, you can follow me on Twitter. It's Ellie Segbeck reporting. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna bite off Ellie. Shout out to Ellie ES News. I'm gonna bite off Ellie, and at the end of my Ego Valley videos, I'm gonna be like, I'm on Twitter, and you guys sound fucking stupid, retarded. That's what you guys sound like, a bunch of retards. Yeah, Wilder would have lost if he didn't put that much goddamn Vaseline on his face. Like, really? That's what we're claiming now? That's what it's come to? My guy? Like, that's what it's come to? Yeah, Luis Ortiz was all up in there, but that fucking Vaseline got in the way. Like, okay. Sheet Smith, $5 on the super chat. Gang. If Deontay Wilder looked like Gronk, he would be praised. And you going in, and as the modern day GOAT, of course. Racism in boxing is real. How many black fighters been on Lampley's Gotti list? Actually, Lampley came out with a special edition of the anti-Gotti list. All the people that are fucking boring. All right, shooters. There's another stalker in here, apparently, that wants some attention. What do shooters do? Bang. Shout out to Ricky Rick. Listen. Look, you just got shot twice. You could respawn all the times, but we got this on lock. This is like a fortress. You're not going to beat us at this. We have mastered the game between me, the real fans, and the shooters on deck. You know what I mean? This is the triangle offense. Me, shooters, real boxing fans. So you can build 16 accounts in one day and all that. I hope your money's right. I hope you're getting, your kids are being taken to school and given help with their homework, because you're spending a lot of time on my channel only to get blocked. But yeah, I mean, to wrap up the Wilder Ortiz, like, I mean, how many more excuses? And like I said, there's really no need to justify anything. Luis Ortiz, he was doing great. His stock, like I said, as long as he doesn't come back mentally, like, you know, I'm on some Kovalev shit, like, he could be a great fighter. like, you know what I mean, a great test for anyone in the division, I guess you could say. Trolling ego is such short-lived entertainment. Why even engage in it? I mean, they're looking for that quick. See, I'm the type of person, I don't want it. Like, if I get a girl that everybody wants, like, you know what I mean, that no one could get, I want it for the, you know what I mean, I want it for the duration, as long as it lasts. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to just smash once and then that's it. You know what I mean? Then she's not fucking with me anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't look at the big picture. They'd rather get 15 seconds of attention and then get blocked. I mean, whatever. Shout out to Luis Pena, $10 super chat. Shmoney gang on gang gang. Fucking ego, get it, bro. Keep it real, ego belly. Don't agree with you all the time, but the truth is the truth. Much love. Shout out to you. And I mean, that's the thing. I'm not expecting everyone to agree with everything I've ever said, but a lot of times people disagree with radically disagree, and they don't. Their points, in my opinion, aren't nothing crazier or better that they're willing to argue and make sense with. Like, bottom line, Wilder won the fight. You can kick and scream. It's not going to change Luis Ortiz's record, right? You know what I mean? And that's it. And I'm not saying like Canelo versus Triple G or Ward Kovalev, it's a tight fight and the wrong person in your opinion wins, so you don't get mad. But this Luis Ortiz shit, this is like super petty. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but like, first of all, just look at it. Just look at this thing. Wilder is being filmed on camera and audio, him in his corner. Did you hear his corner say anything to him about Vaseline or nothing? No, you didn't hear. Like, it's not. So what do you hate Wilder for? Because even if they did put extra Vaseline or whatever the fuck y'all talking for, it's not like he's like, man, I'm hurt as fuck. Load me up. Put hella Vaseline right here. So what are you mad at Wilder for? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit don't even make sense. No matter how you try to spin it. No matter how you try to spin it, don't make sense, right? And then this is the thing, like I said, in the 10th round when Luis Ortiz was spitting on the canvas on all fours and he looked exasperated and hurt and his legs, he was stumbling, something we've never seen with Luis Ortiz before. If he got an extra 15, 20 seconds or whatever Wilder got, you think he would have been cool? He would have lasted the whole fight? And like I said, it's a big what if. We can make up a scenario, but it wasn't looking good. The second thing, you have to understand boxing. What is this? What are we, like, how you guys say, crying about? He got knocked down in the 5th round. That was a 10-8 round. You can, some people score the 7th round a 10-8 round for Luis Ortiz because Wilder looked badly hurt. But not, I'm just going to say, 3 judges, not every single judge someone might have just made it a 10-9 round. But Wilder's round was an actual knockdown, so you can't score it any other way. If the ref rules it a knockdown, you cannot score it any other way than to account for that knockdown, right? But in the 10th round, he got 2 knockdowns, which would have been like a 10-7 round, right? Because he had 2 knockdowns. Even if Luis Ortiz got back up, you got knocked down 3 times. And one of the time where you knocked Wilder down, could have been a 10-8 round, but not everyone would have to put a 10-8 round. Some judges would probably just be like, damn, that was looking close for Wilder, and still scored a 10-9 round. You know what I'm saying? Because he was still fighting back. Bradley versus Provodnikov looked worse than Wilder. Wilder, I'm not saying he looked fresh as, you know what I'm saying, fresh as cucumbers, but Bradley looked worse. Bradley looked like he was like cross-eyed, out on his feet, just punching on the rope. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's not a guarantee. That's the whole point. It's not a guaranteed 10-8 round with what Luis Ortiz did. And then some of the other rounds, like 1, 2, 3, it's not like there was major action. You could say Luis Ortiz was outboxing, but he wasn't just beating the fuck out of Wilder in those rounds. His best round was clearly 7. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know how it was scored. So bottom line, with 3 knockdowns officially, those you have to count those, and a potential 10-8 round, 1 round for Deontay Wilder, that would have made the fight super close and it probably would have put Luis Ortiz in a deficit, because there's no way you could tell me that all judges had given Luis Ortiz the first four. Every single judge gave him the first 4 rounds, and get all 3 judges gave him a 10-8 round. I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, Luis Ortiz would have to even survive. Let's say he gets back up and survives the round. He had 2 more rounds to go, and Wilder, being a killer with menacing power, knew his man was hurt. Now, I really think Luis Ortiz punched himself out after round 7. That's what I think happened. Because in round 8, he didn't do nothing enough to follow up and get him out of there. But like I said, the first 2 especially, because I think he started warming up and stuff, and first 2, I don't know that everyone guaranteed gave those to Luis Ortiz. I did, but I don't know everyone would. You know what I mean? On some real scoring shit. You know what I mean? And what happened to all that other shit people be saying? Oh, it takes more to beat the champ. You got to do more to beat the champ. You got to do more to beat the champ. And then you just want it stopped immediately in round 7. But what happened to that? It takes more to beat the champ. Oh, he didn't really beat the champ. All that bullshit y'all be saying. Crazy. But yeah. And now let me I got 2 more things to really say, and I might read some questions about this fight, and then I'm putting it to bed for at least right now. Cuz again, I don't want to distract too much from it takes more to beat the champ. No, I don't want to take away from what the fight really was. A good fight, a meaningful fight, a fun fight, a fight that showed both fighters' characters, a fight that did good on Showtime, like 1.2 million peaked at, good viewership. I don't want to take away from that. So I got like really 2 more points, and then I'm like I said, I'm gonna put it to bed. And I really hope we don't have to even talk about this anymore. Just deal with it. Luis Ortiz lost, but it's saying demanding an immediate rematch. Hell no. And why would Wilder? Okay, so let me get this straight. He failed a drug test. Luis Ortiz talked it over the WBC, got a second opportunity. Then, and we still don't know true deep. We just had to take their word for it that it was on the up and up with the drug test, right? And then you lose, and then instead of gracefully losing, you're like, oh, Vaseline on my face. You know what I'm saying? So would you, as a champion, would you give him another shot with all that? Come on, man. All right, somebody block Will Brooks. He says Wilder's on steroids. Again, we're not doing these baby games like insinuation. It's funny how Canelo tests positive for something. To our knowledge, Wilder hasn't tested positive for anything at any time, and he's the one that you accuse of being on steroids. New media. You know what I'm saying? So, the comparison I made, listen, I'm trying to explain to y'all. New York State Athletic Commission, hold on, I gotta make sure that people are paying attention. We need 300 likes. Smash the like button, and if you want to hear the final 2 points of this Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder mumbo jumbo, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I gotta see the engagement. I don't want to be wasting my voice that I already don't have fully. I gotta know Ego Army is here. They're present. They working with me. Smash the like button. I gotta see that activity, people. That engagement. That's what we thrive off on these live streams. Straight up engagement, and our shooters shooting people. All right. New York State Athletic Commission is extremely finicky or picky, right? I remember Sergio Maravilla Martinez. They didn't want to allow him to wear a knee brace, which gives you what, if anything, that might fuck up your full range of motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's a knee brace isn't like a ped? Like, he's super strong now. It's not giving him a bionic leg or something that gives him a strategic advantage. And he had to beg and plead and shit for Nevada State Athletic Commission in the Cotto fight, coming off a 1.5-year documented knee injury and surgery. He had to beg New York to allow them that. You know what I'm saying? Which is stupid. But that's how New York Athletic Commission is. Now, for all the people running around, see, this is why you can't beat me at this game, because I know boxing. I cover it. I have a pretty good memory. especially with certain things, and you're not gonna pull the wool between my eyes. And what happens with a lot of these dudes, right, is they'll hear someone else's argument. Let's say there's another YouTube channel saying the exact opposite of what I'm saying. They'll hear their argument, like, yeah, that makes sense. And then they'll come to my videos or wherever, forums on websites and shit, and then they'll start spouting out what other people said. But the thing is, you can't argue with somebody else's argument because maybe that's their real thoughts and that's how they think and maybe they've thought about it. But when you try to inherit their argument, maybe you haven't thought about it. You just kind of ran with it, right? And oftentimes a lot of people that are saying crazy shit in boxing, what I've noticed a pattern is they're not even really elaborating. They're Wilder's on steroids. No explanation, no proof, no like intel or anything, right? So watch who you get from information from. Like I said, people just hear someone else. But Paulie Malignaggi is great commentator. He was a good fighter. You know what I mean? Didn't win all of his biggest fights, but definitely knows his shit. You know what I mean? Been around the game, knows what to look for. He's a great commentator. But Paulie said on the telecast it was weird that they stopped the fight with no cut, and then everyone starts saying the bullshit. That's Paulie's personal opinion. He also said he thought Sean Porter was on steroids or on PEDs after he stopped him. That's his opinion. See, this is what the game does. He also says that he thinks that Pacquiao used something. But y'all didn't like Paulie's opinion then when he said Pacquiao was on that clenbuterol or worse. Y'all didn't like Malignaggi's opinion, but now because he said something that happens to coincide with Wilder was given some unfair advantage or your dumbass argument that you're trying to make. But anyway, let Paulie be Paul. That's his opinion. Whatever he said, that's cool, right? But that's what happens when you try to use somebody else's argument. Paulie might have a valid reason of why he says whatever he says, but you don't in this comment section. And if you do, step in the hot seat. Finally, New York Athletic Commission, they're strict. I gave you guys a perfect example, in my opinion, of a New York fight at the Barclays Center just last year with Jose Pedraza when he was the IBF champion and Gervonta Tank Davis. Don't take my word for it. Go watch the fucking fight. In that fight, Tank Davis started to land shots, good combinations. He's a power guy. And Pedraza was still standing up. I don't think he had been knocked down at that point, etc. And he was the champion. And the New York Athletic Commission did the same thing. They called him over, pulled a halt to the fight, and I know because I was entertained by the fight. I was enthralled by the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what the fuck? What are they stopping him for? What the fuck is this? Just like I did with Wilder Ortiz, right? I was like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, I didn't know if his corner wanted it stopped or I didn't know what was going on. And they did the flashlight look in his eye and all that, and they sent him back to get slaughtered by that B-more boy, Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Did the same thing in Barclay. Nobody really complained about it. And the difference is Tank finished slaughtering him. Luis Ortiz didn't finish slaughtering. He didn't finish what he started in round 7. Tank did. Luis Ortiz didn't. Now, about the people who are saying Wilder was given this unfair advantage, even though I've already explained to you how 15, 20 seconds is not going to be enough to recover from a major, you know what I mean, being buzzed majorly or whatever. If y'all want the final death blow so we could lay this to rest and just enjoy it, right? The final death blow. Can I get a hell yeah if y'all want to hear it? Shout out to King Corleone, repping that Texas boy. He's a shooter, another shooter on deck. All right, I'm gonna put this to rest. Y'all asked for it. Okay, another reason. Are y'all paying attention? I gotta make sure y'all paying. A couple more hell yes. I gotta make sure you hear this, cause I don't want to just be wasting breath and just talking to myself. Okay, another reason that New York State Athletic Commission, as it pertains to boxing, and I'm sure fighting sports because I think the UFC had issues and they wanted like $1 billion in insurance. But one reason particularly that I know of that some of you guys may not know, that they're so strict with checking on the fighters and whatnot. And y'all put hell yeah. Did y'all put hell yeah? I told y'all can't fuck with me. New York Times, brain damaged boxer will receive $22 million in a settlement with the state of New York. And that was a heavyweight fight with, guess what? Another Cuban power puncher at heavyweight. His name was Mike Perez, right? And that was Magomed Abdusalamov. You guys cannot fuck with me. I promise you. I don't just say it, I will show you. I will show you what I'm talking about. New York Times, so it's a credible newsprint. This is not like fucking Nickelodeon magazine or some kid shit and they talking about something they don't know, right? Brain damaged boxer will receive $22 million in a civil lawsuit settlement with the state of New York. Now, listen. What do you guys have to say now? A couple years ago, Mike Perez, he beat up on Magomed Abdusalamov for 12 rounds. It was a 12-round decision that he won. After, they said he fell into a coma. He has not been right ever since. He has brain damage. And I think he might be confined to a chair. He lost motor skills, like can't talk, all that shit. So his family was like, fuck that. Like, why didn't the ref stop it? Why didn't the doc? They just let our son get badly hurt for 12 rounds to the point where it left permanent damage. He didn't die, but it left him, he can't even make a living now. Like, he can't be a boxer. You know what I'm saying? He can't, like, go get a job at Bed Bath & Beyond. You know what I mean? Because the permanent damage that was left has stripped that away from him. So good on the family. I'm glad they got that money with the New York State Athletic Commission. So all you dumb motherfuckers running around, Ego's lying. He's lying to us. That's proof. This is part of the reason why New York is super strict. You know what I mean? That was a Cuban, just like Luis Ortiz, killer at the time at heavyweight, even though he dropped down to cruiserweight since then. At the time, he was a Cuban heavyweight, a power puncher, and that was 12 rounds of a beating, and he was permanently left disabled, right? So Wilder, based on how everyone's seen that he had caught how Luis Ortiz had caught Wilder in that 7th round, guess what? They're checking to see if he's concussed, if he has a concussion, if he's reactive, if he's responsive. Can he count how many fingers I have? Whatever the fuck. I'm not a doctor. I ain't Doogie Howser. So I'm just imagining some of the line of questioning. Can you see? Do you wish to continue? How many fingers am I holding up? Let me see what your pupils are looking like. I'm sure, depending on how dilated your pupils are, I'm sure that means something. If they can see your fucking veins in your forehead pulsating, I'm sure they know what to look for. So they're on some hype after the state had to pay $22 million to this family for the same thing, damn near. Now they're like, I'd rather be too safe than sorry. You know what I mean? So if it's at the expense of a couple of pissed off boxing fans and a couple of boxing fans who are gonna make excuses, so be it. I don't think any state is looking to pay no $22 million on some shit when they could have prevented it. You know what I mean? So that's probably what the ref was. Everyone, it's Vaseline stopped the fight. No, they probably wanted to make sure he was just cool and he didn't have a concussion. You don't want to send somebody out there to the slaughter. You know what I mean? If you just get knocked out in the middle of the round, no one could do nothing about that. But in between rounds, yeah, doctors and all that shit can step up. Sacramento in the house, 916. I see you. Just smash that like button. What up, brethren? What up to my Sacktown homies? So that's laying it to rest. Stop with all these excuses. Giving the man his credit. And the fight you should be pushing for is Wilder Joshua. I don't want to hear, Wilder was exposed. He was exploited. He looked vulnerable. All the more reason that Joshua, should he beat Joseph Parker, should fight him. Or Joseph Parker, should he beat Anthony Joshua. Make the fight. Hashtag let's see it. But these corny excuses are just terrible. Too much Vaseline. He had too much time to recover. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? Just deal with it. He lost. It's not gonna change his record or nothing. But that's why. That's why New York is tripping about this. They paid $22 million out for a heavyweight fight, basically, because it left someone permanently disabled. And Luis Ortiz, he clocked Wilder, so they want to make sure he's not. You know, have you ever seen, like, I just watched a football game, the Patriots, and they had Gronk. He took a bad hit, helmet to helmet or some shit. They took him to the back locker room to see if he had a concussion, and they didn't let him back in the game. But sometimes they'll take him back to the locker room and then they'll release him, like, okay, you good. I mean, that's what boxing. That's what you're saying. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. That's why you're seeing more of that, especially in New York. Ain't nobody trying to pay no 22 million. No state is trying to pay $22 million to somebody. You know what I mean? In a civil suit. Some of y'all states is out of order right now. So if y'all got to pay 22 million, y'all motherfuckers be broke as hell because y'all state is, you know what I mean, probably in a deficit. Shout out to God's Boxing Corner, $5 super chat with the Shmoney Gang. I was at the Barclays Center that night, and Wilder ain't need extra time. He got up off the stool before Ortiz, heading into the 8th. And I'm sure the Barclays was lit. So now that we've deaded that, hopefully we can continue seeing other great fights. Hopefully Joshua versus Parker is an excellent fight, is competitive, and then the winner gets to face Wilder. Boom. That's simple. Shout out to Wilder and Showtime for them ratings. Thank you, Al Heyman. Oh, last thing, let me say this. Last thing that's crazy about boxing fans too is y'all praise dumb shit, in my opinion. Some of y'all praise the dumb shit, but shit you should be praising, like a fighter rising to the occasion, stepping up in skill or class type of competition, lacking skill. Like Wilder, he lacks the skill set of a Luis Ortiz, right? There's no one on earth that's really saying Luis Ortiz has less overall skill, but we know styles make fights. So the fact that Wilder overcame those odds, overcame losing on my scorecard, I'm sure losing on some of y'all's scorecard, and being badly hurt in the 7th, that showed me something. So that actually makes me happy to see a champion go through something like that. See, y'all want to see Triple G when he was fighting like Dominic Wade and Matthew Macklin, where it was like, oh, super one-sided. We knew those fights are going to be one-sided. You know what I mean? But once again, he stepped up in competition. The fights got harder. But some of y'all just want to see, you want to complain that Wilder ain't fought no one, then he fights someone who should be hard and would have given, looking like that, how he looked that night, Luis Ortiz would have given anyone problems in the heavyweight division. Anyone. Including Tyson Fury coming off a long layoff. Listen, if Tyson Fury can get dropped by Steve Cunningham, if Luis Ortiz clocks you from the southpaw stance, you can get dropped. Shout out to Taylor Bush, Shmoney Gang, $5 super chat from Taylor Bush. We appreciate you. Tip my hat. Thank you. Are y'all here? The chat just stopped. Yeah, Steve Cunningham's a career cruiserweight. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Joseph Gonzalez. He said, I think Luis Ortiz beats most heavyweights in the division. That's what I'm saying, man. People hitting the Venmo too. Whoa, we must have a Venmo. Hold on. See, Venmo's not connected to the live stream, so I can only tell through my phone or my email. I didn't see nothing come across my phone, I don't think. Hold on, we might have a Venmo that they might have a question. Hold on. Shout out to Daniel. He did a $3 donation. All right. Daniel said, "What's up, Ego? Real Richmond out here. Do you think Deontay Wilder has the potential to represent the black community? Seems like he brought up a few good points in past comments. Also, what do you think it will take to make the sport as popular as it was in the 80s and 90s again?" Thank you, Daniel, for the super chat. Um, yeah, I mean, I think Wilder's already on his way to being an ambassador for the black community. I mean, he's giving people the full package in terms of excitement, whether you don't agree with his methods or you think he's wild and sloppy. Listen, I keep saying this. Like, what? Who? I'm trying to think of. Name a fighter that throws great technical punches. Okay, let's say Chocolatito. Chocolatito offensively, he throws good technical punches. But Sor Rungvisai lacked the skill that Chocolatito had offensively. And Chocolatito lost, and then he lost worse versus Rungvisai. Boxing is like that. Styles make fights. So people are, oh, Wilder, he's windmill. It doesn't look great. But he's throwing wide and sloppy. But no one has withstood the wild and sloppy shit. If that's what you guys feel, so he's obviously doing something right because no one is standing up to it. If it was so easy to counter, then why don't you? Okay, he's coming with the wild shit, show some head movement, and then shoot an uppercut that knocks him out. You know what I'm saying? If it's so wild and sloppy and it lacks technique, then you stand in the way of it when he's doing it. And so far, no one has, and he's calling for the best. So let's see it. But yeah, I already think Wilder is an ambassador for the black community. I mean, and America. He's American champion. I mean, it made me proud to be an American to watch it fight, battle. And you know what I'm saying? Fans are fake. Bottom line, I'm gonna just put it like that. There's a lot of boxing fans are fake. Motherfuckers in the Barclays booing because the third round didn't have stellar action. You know what I'm saying? Boo! Get to the action. Like, you know what I mean? Fans like that, I don't care if they never visit my channel, to be honest. I mean, they will, and then they'll get blocked for talking shit, and then they'll keep coming back. But shout out to all the Aries. But yeah, fans are fake. They say they hate Floyd. He's a runner and doesn't close the show and go for the knockout. Okay, Wilder doesn't show the finesse and technique of Floyd, but he does close the show, and he's like willing to put himself in harm's way or whatever. He's throwing wide punches to knock you the fuck out, and you're still mad. You know, I like guys who throw the proper punch. Then why don't you like Floyd? Why don't you like Andre Ward? He's in between a Wilder and a Floyd. You know what I'm saying? It's like no matter what, you can't make racist or you can't make the detractors happy. But yeah, I do think Wilder's already an ambassador for America. Just helping bring boxing back to the forefront, and definitely the black community because he's speaking up on certain social issues. He was propping the Black Panther movie, which is good to see. Like, you know what I mean? A black movie do well. And people of all walks of life can enjoy it. Just sit back, take their family. What will it take to bring boxing back to the heyday of the 80s and 90s? The last part of your question. It's gonna take multiple things, but the fans got to get behind. They have to have people that they can get behind, that they've heard of, that they know, get the right exposure. Probably gonna take the right style or the right charisma. You know what I mean? But the right platforms. It's a bunch of ingredients like that. Hold on.